Okay. Today I'm going to put on my artist hat. You can see. Actually, I'm just doing that for fun. A sketchbook, just like a hat, always makes me feel conspicuous, right? I always feel like, ooh, and sometimes, so when I go around with my sketchbook, you know, I always feel like, I've said once before, I feel like I'm wearing the flag of a different country wherever I am, you know. It's sort of, it's intimidating. It's an intimidating thing, the idea of a sketchbook. But if you want to make really good rugs, you got to get used to it. You got to get used to sitting with it. And my friend Nancy was over last night, and I was sitting down with my sketchbook, and I said, Nancy, I seem to be getting worse at sketching rather than better. And it does feel that way. And I was trying to sketch her, and I can't sketch like that. You know, I can't sketch realistically. I can sketch stylistically. So I want to, I've showed you a little bit about my sketchbook before. And today I want to show you some really simple techniques for drawing. My daughter draws in my sketchbook sometimes, you can see that. And this one's almost used up. And I want to show you some tools too. I keep a little pencil case like this, so if I get a chance to go somewhere, I just grab the pencil case, and I keep a few things in it. I keep a white eraser, like a good eraser. I keep a black ink pen, and I keep a few different pencils. And if you look at your pencils, when you read them, they'll say like 6B, 8B, B, HB, 4H, whatever. That means that the weight of the pencil does different things. So if you can come in here, Lorna, and I can show them that. So this is a 6B, and this is a B. And you see how they're quite different. This one is a 4B. This is a HB, which is, you know, what we often use in school. And they all do different things. And so if you can sort of keep that with a little sharpener in there, ready to go. Now you can also use things like Conte pencil or things like this. And different materials will teach you how to do different things. So if I was going to draw Lorna there, we'll draw, and like I said, I'm not very good at, but I can get the shape of her hair, right? And the shape of her chin, perhaps, and her turtleneck sweater, you know, and then from there I just sort of forget about it. And so this is Conte pencil, and it just feels almost like charcoal. And a lot of times you'll see nudes drawn with things like that. One of the things I like to do, I was with a friend the other day, Susan Black, and she said she draws with a Sharpie, and I thought, she said, I should draw with a Sharpie, right? So I've started a little bit of drawing with a Sharpie. Now you got to make sure you got a Sharpie with a nice, like a good Sharpie with a nice sharp point. And I thought, well, if I draw with my Sharpie on my burlap, then maybe it's a really good idea to start drawing with a Sharpie in my sketchbook. So I'm going to draw a chair. And you see how great the lines are. It's nice and thick. The real key to this is, so this is what I mean when I can say I can draw stylistically. I can draw things that sort of resemble a chair or feel like a chair. And if you can get the feeling in a drawing, wow, you're all set. And if you go back on my blog, on my regular blog, not this blog, but Haley Perry did a 10-week or 12-week course called Everyday Drawing. And that would be a good place for you to go to learn more about drawing and learn how to get more creative in rug cooking. Now, one of the tools that I've really liked and that I find really beautiful are a set of sharpened coloring pencils. And I have, you know, the leftovers from my kids, but I also have a really good set that I bought and for myself that were, you know, around $30. I'm sure you can get better ones than that, and some of you probably even have better ones. So I really like those because I can sort of play with this, and I can color, and you know, I can just, you don't have to color in every bit of it, but why, you know, why would I bother? Sometimes I think about that. Why, you know, why would I bother doing this? Why do I have these, like if we look in here, there's little things that I've colored throughout here. Oh, there we go, nice plant. I mean, I'm never going to hook a rug like that. It's not even, this just says by hand. It's just lettering and words. And so, you know, why do I even bother? Oh, this is just an abstract kind of flower design, maybe, maybe not. It's really never going to amount to anything. But one of the things that I have learned is that time spent just, you know, with fooling around and being playful, coloring, drawing, things come up in the process of that, and it sort of unlocks a creativity in you, maybe that you don't even know is there. And one time I took this course, and it was a 5-day course, and it was about unlocking creativity. And I did notice that when I did these sort of just playful exercises that I got lost in before I went to the real work, sometimes the real work started to seem a little better to me. Now, whether it was or not, I don't really know. But it felt that it was. And I think there is really something to be said for just letting yourself get lost in play, in creative play. It's not a waste of time. It's certainly time, I think, well spent, and it's valuable. So I really do encourage you to draw. I also, while we're here, I just want to go over the whole landscape drawing thing, about drawing a simple landscape. Also, I just want to show you a fine-lined pen. Some people prefer that. This is a Micron 05. So if you wanted to draw a small landscape, when I draw, say if this was a little pattern, right? Well, you can make a landscape with 3 lines. You just draw one line across the bottom like that, and then another line through here, and then you can draw a hill line through there. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to do the same thing again on this page, but I'm going to do it with Sharpie. So you can see it a little better. Here we go. There's one line, foreground, middle ground, and then background. This line can come down if you want, so that you end up with more sky. And there's a landscape. And then the creativity happens here by mixing your wools in each of these areas. If you use some light colors here, some middle colors here, and some dark colors here, you will have a landscape. It's as simple as that. So that's just in reference to an earlier lesson, I guess. But play is an important part of creativity, and your sketchbook is an important part of your rug hooking. Even if you never hook the things that you draw in here, it's very good for you, and it's a good learning, good tool for learning. Anyway, I can't say enough about it. Even though you might not feel like an artist, you can, you know, become more of an artist. That's it for me.